Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Hindy, the Android Authority app guy. It's Friday, and welcome back to the Google Play Weekly Show. This week, we're going to talk about a couple of Android applications that were mining Dogecoins, the freedom of Microsoft Office, and a whole lot more, so let's get started. As most of you are aware, the new HTC One was announced this last week, and with it came a couple of applications from HTC in the Google Play Store. Along with announcing and releasing the new HTC One, HTC also put their Service Pack and the HTC Blinkfeed launcher on the Google Play Store. This is very encouraging for two reasons. It means that HTC is lightening up on their OEM skin customizations into standalone applications, which will make a lot of stock Android fans happy, and it means that other HTC devices may be able to download the launcher themselves. From what we can ascertain, the apps are in the Google Play Store so that HTC can update their devices without being required to push out a system update. As I'm sure everyone knows by now, pushing out system updates can take a lot of time thanks to things like carrier approval. So if you have the new HTC One or even one of their older devices that's slated to get Sense 6, prepare to see your updates roll out in the Google Play Store instead of your typical over-the-air updates. So how refreshing has Microsoft been lately since Steve Ballmer finally called it quits? This last week, they continued to unravel the mistakes of the Ballmer era by making Microsoft Office free for home users. I actually covered the release of Microsoft Office to the Google Play Store in my very first episode of Google Play Weekly. It was about 8 months ago, and the app itself has always been free. However, to really use it, it required an Office 365 subscription. With this new update, it is now free for use for home users, while business users still get to pay for it. This is kind of a big deal. Microsoft Office is one of those software suites that has owned its category for more than a decade, and it's practically ubiquitous. With this new move in place, Microsoft now has an accessible, free Office platform on Android, along with an equally accessible and integrated cloud storage service. After months of speculation, it appears as though Microsoft finally does have a somewhat competitive response to Google Drive. Good for them. After all, competition inspires innovation. If you're a student in the United States and you subscribe to Spotify, or you want to subscribe to Spotify, then our next story is going to make you a happy camper. Spotify appears to be doing what it can to help the everyday broke student in the United States by giving up to 50% off of service for 12 months just for being a student. So instead of the still very reasonable $9.99 per month, Spotify will make students pay only $4.99 per month, and it's still the same ad-free experience that the regular people get. There are a few catches though. You'll have to reapply after 12 months to get the discount again, and you can only get the discount for a maximum of 3 years. Also, it's kind of lame that it's limited to United States students only, because most students around the world are broke, not just the ones here in the States. That said, if you do qualify, it's a spectacular deal and one that you're likely not going to find anywhere else. So check out Spotify's official website for more details on that. So one of the more interesting pieces to hit the news this week was an announcement by the security firm Trend Micro, which revealed that a couple of Android applications were using user devices to mine Dogecoins. The apps were called Songs and Prized, and what is surprising is that Songs had over 1 million downloads, while Prized was sitting pretty between 50 and 100,000. According to Trend Micro, the apps created both Doge and Litecoins, and the developers have cashed in a few times already, so they have been making money off of these apps. As you can imagine, Trend Micro has reported both applications, and they are now gone from the Google Play Store. While it is a very interesting idea, it's also against pretty much all of the rules and does constitute as malware. So to summarize, wow, much crypto, such currency, very no Play Store. Our next story is a triumph. I'm making a note here. It's hard to understate my satisfaction with this next story. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done now. Yes, I get to talk about Portal this week because Nvidia has announced that they'll be porting the game to Android with Valve's permission. This is pretty awesome because one of the major complaints about mobile gaming is the lack of top-tier games. Even though Portal really isn't a top-tier game anymore, it is still a cult classic and a name no one would mind being associated with Android. The bad news is that the Portal port will only be available for Tegra 4 devices like the Nvidia Shield. This has had mixed reactions because people seem to be getting angry that Nvidia is developing a game for their own gaming platforms. I don't understand why, because it's not like Nintendo didn't do the same thing with Mario for more than 2 decades. I, for one, am excited to see a good PC game getting ported, and I hope this begins a trend that lets us see more. So who wants to see some trending applications? As usual, if you want to check any of these applications out, you can find the links in the written companion, which is in the video description below. We reviewed LinkBubble and we'll have a link to that here at the end of the video. LinkBubble is a floating window-based browser that opens links in the background. When the site is loaded, it'll pop back out or remain in the background until you bring it forward. The decision is yours. There is a free version to kind of try it out, but the full version is $4.99. To see more details, you should really check out our full review. LastPass is a password manager, and frankly, it's one of the best ones available for any platform, Android or otherwise. It recently got updated and it now supports Android apps and the Chrome browser, so you can auto-log into applications and websites using Chrome, much like you can on the computer variant. It's free for a couple of weeks, but then it requires a subscription for $12 per year. This can be an amazing way to help you manage and improve your passwords. We first talked about Star Wars Assault Team when it was just an image and a vague announcement, and now the whole game is out. It's a card-based strategy game that takes place in the Star Wars world. It's free to play with in-app purchases, so it's a paradigm everyone is familiar with. The premise is you get character cards and then level them up through fighting. There's even PvP if you're into that kind of stuff. Scramble with Friends is on our list of the best multiplayer games because it's quick and easy to play. It was recently updated with a whole new interface that better correlates with the Android design standard and Google Play game services. The game mechanics remain unchanged, so there is nothing new to learn, but it does look a whole lot nicer, and the Play Games achievements is a really nice touch. Last up this week is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. It was released by Gameloft to be sort of the official mobile game for the movie. You get to play as Captain America in an action game and lead teams around in level-based gameplay to kill bad guys. It's playable only in portrait mode, which is kinda lame, but it's not all that bad. Also, the game is a demo. You'll have to pay $2.99 for the full version if you want all the levels. This apparently took some people by surprise, so don't let the lower Google Play rating scare you away. Once again, I'm Joe Hindy, the Android Authority App Guy. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you want to follow Android Authority, myself, or the rest of the video team, you can find our social media links in the video description below. Also, don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. It lets me know that you enjoyed it. If you're hanging out for a minute, we have a couple of awesome videos for you to watch right over there, including Joshua Vergara's 5 favorite features of the HTC One, along with my review of LinkBubble. Finally, don't forget to check out the written companion in the video description below for all of the download links. As usual, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.